Hey guys. So 1 2 1 2. Yeah. Hey, how are you guys doing? Are you crushing it? Everyone is level 5 plus already? Not yet. Going for it. Yeah. A lot of new concept to process. Yes. Well, the previous one, the previous session we had was really intense as well. Like those are new concepts. And yeah, what we're talking about is kind of the state of the art of the protocol. Like even those things are not yet fully implemented, so things are moving and new features are constantly like pushed and proposed and so on. It's exciting. So as always, I'm opening the mic to anyone that has any issue. No question. Not at the moment. Okay. mm, oh, I haven't announced that the mentorship session was. Tomorrow will be the last day. Officially, not really, because we have also the closing ceremony on Sunday. But yeah, Sunday there won't be any technical lecture, so you can, yeah. But I still be there monitoring the bootcamp on Sunday. Well, if you guys don't have any question, I've seen all the projects that were featured here on the meeting use Rust. Why is that? Yeah, that's a good point. So actually, the two main languages used are Motoko and Rust, but most of the bigger projects use Rust for the time being. So Motoko is still a pretty new language. And usually what we see right now is like kind of system projects are usually written in Rust, and like more consumer application are written in Motoko, but it depends. Basically, the two persons that we invited today, they knew Rust before Motoko, and also Amish from yesterday also was a Rust developer. So I think it doesn't necessarily make sense to go for Motoko if you already know Rust, but if you are new to all of this, I would definitely recommend to start with Motoko. And actually, a lot of the concepts that we are learning this week are applicable both for Motoko and for Rust. Uh, there is a really good answer in this Reddit thread about the Rust versus Motoko. The answer is from Diego, from which is an engineer working at Definity, and he was basically saying that yeah, there is a dimension which is application versus system engineering. So Motoko is designed for application engineers. So usually, if you come from JavaScript or Python, you would be very familiar with Motoko. You don't have to manage the memory. Whereas Rust would be more of a system engineer. So someone that is really more on the low level and more designing system than applications. So that would be kind of like C or C++. So Rust is not new. Rust is a kind of established language, whereas Motoko is pretty new. So you can see Motoko is 2-3 years old, but it was publicly launched 20 months ago. So it's very, very new. And you don't have a lot of people, even though it has been quite cool to see new Motoko developers, but we are still a small community. And yeah, you're basically saying, I see Motoko is better suited for simpler smart contracts or apps with a lot of small features, and Rust is suited for complex smart contracts. Ledger Canister is written in Rust, but most consumer-facing applications are written in Motoko. And also, he's saying everything you do not need to worry. Both language compiles to WebAssembly very good. So the co-author of WebAssembly designed Motoko, which is a good point. Performances, there are some cases where Motoko is more performant. There are some cases where Rust is more performant. And they are very, very close. So there is no winner in terms of performance. Long-term support, both languages are supported by Definity and the community for a long time. Talking to other smart contracts, all the canisters use Candid, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't change anything. You can talk to Rust canister or Motoko canister. And you don't understand more about DIC by using Rust or Motoko. It's essentially the same interface spec that you use, the same SDK. So this is kind of similar. And he finishes by a personal opinion. What do you use, Diego? The answer is Motoko. I enjoy it more. So yeah, that's just play with both and follow what you prefer. All right. Well, if you don't have any question, I'll close the session for today. And I'll let you go back to your project. And I'll see you tomorrow. By when should we finish the levels? By Sunday of this week. All right. You miss your session? Which session? I'm going to upload everything from this morning and this afternoon on YouTube. Yeah, will be uploaded to YouTube. Perfect. I see everyone tomorrow. Good luck.